Few franchises have captured global imagination like Harry Potter. From books to films, theme parks, and merchandise, the series has become a cultural phenomenon. Yet even with unparalleled popularity, studios managing beloved franchises face unique challenges. The lessons from Harry Potter extend far beyond wizardry and magic. They reveal insights into fan loyalty, storytelling expectations, and the delicate balance between innovation and tradition. For any studio, understanding these dynamics is crucial because even minor missteps can spark disappointment among millions of dedicated followers who have grown up with these stories. Fan loyalty is one of the most powerful forces in media. Harry Potter fans are deeply invested in the characters, world, and narrative arcs, which makes them both passionate supporters and critical evaluators. Studios that fail to recognize this risk alienating their core audience. Observing the reception of spin-offs, prequels, or adaptations shows that fans notice inconsistencies, whether in casting, narrative choices, or tone. They expect continuity, authenticity, and respect for the original vision. For studios, listening carefully and analyzing fan feedback is not just useful, it's essential to sustaining the longevity of a franchise. Expanding a beloved universe requires careful attention to storytelling. The Harry Potter films succeeded because they translated the essence of J.K. Rowling's world with coherence and heart. When spin-offs like Fantastic Beasts were introduced, studios attempted to explore new characters and themes, but challenges emerged. Deviating from familiar elements without establishing clear, compelling narratives can confuse and frustrate fans. The lesson is clear. Innovation must be paired with a strong narrative foundation. Audiences crave new experiences, but they also want a seamless connection to the beloved elements that first drew them in. Consistency in character development is another critical factor. Fans develop long-term emotional attachments to characters, and altering personalities or histories can lead to backlash. For example, narrative choices that shift focus away from familiar heroes or fail to resolve anticipated story arcs can diminish engagement. Studios must understand that characters are not just fictional constructs. They are symbolic touchstones for fans' emotional experiences. Maintaining internal logic, emotional truth, and continuity across adaptations is key to preserving fan trust and ensuring the franchise feels authentic, even when exploring new territory. Balancing nostalgia with innovation is a delicate art. Audiences often return to franchises because of the comfort and familiarity they provide. At the same time, studios must find ways to attract new viewers or readers without alienating long-time fans. Harry Potter demonstrates that blending classic elements with fresh narratives, such as exploring untold backstories or introducing new magical concepts, can create excitement while respecting the original work. Striking this balance requires strategic storytelling, careful marketing, and constant attention to audience sentiment, ensuring that every new installment honors the past while expanding the universe in meaningful ways. Casting choices and representation also matter deeply. Fans scrutinize how beloved characters are portrayed, and decisions around casting, diversity, and inclusivity can generate both praise and criticism. Missteps can overshadow the story itself, as seen in discussions around controversial casting decisions in major franchise adaptations. Studios must recognize that audiences expect thoughtful representation that aligns with the world's tone and characters. This not only maintains credibility, but also reinforces the emotional connection that fans have cultivated over years, ensuring that each adaptation is received as respectful, engaging, and worthy of the legacy. Expanding into new formats, such as virtual reality experiences, audiobooks, or TV adaptations, presents additional opportunities and risks. Fans are eager to explore the universe in different ways, but they demand that these formats preserve the franchise's core identity. Rushed or poorly executed expansions can damage trust and dilute brand value. The lesson is clear. Studios should prioritize quality and narrative consistency over novelty for its own sake. When done thoughtfully, multimedia expansions deepen engagement, enhance immersion, and allow fans to experience beloved stories from perspectives they may never have imagined. Marketing strategies also play a critical role in maintaining fan engagement. Harry Potter's success was fueled not only by storytelling, but also by carefully orchestrated promotional campaigns that respected fans' intelligence and emotional investment. Oversaturating the market, misrepresenting content, or neglecting core fan expectations can have the opposite effect, creating skepticism and criticism. Studios must strike a balance between generating excitement and honoring the source material. Transparent communication, consistent messaging, and attention to fan discourse help ensure that promotional efforts reinforce loyalty rather than alienate the audience. Community and fan culture are essential components of any franchise's longevity. Harry Potter fandom thrives on shared experiences, from fan art and cosplay to online discussions and conventions. Studios that engage with these communities, recognize their contributions, and integrate their enthusiasm into the franchise ecosystem benefit from sustained interest and advocacy. Conversely, ignoring or dismissing fan sentiment can result in backlash. By valuing community engagement, studios can foster a partnership with fans where their input becomes part of the creative process, further strengthening the emotional and cultural resonance of the franchise. Timing and pacing of new releases are equally critical. Harry Potter fans expect careful curation of content, from books to films to spin-offs. Releasing new installments too quickly or too infrequently can disrupt momentum and affect audience engagement. Strategic planning ensures that narratives unfold in a way that builds anticipation, maintains excitement, and allows fans to process and celebrate each new addition. Studios can learn from both successes and missteps in scheduling, recognizing that pacing is not merely logistical. It shapes how fans experience and emotionally invest in the universe over time. Transparency and responsiveness to feedback are additional lessons for studios. When issues arise, whether in storytelling, casting, or adaptation choices, open dialogue with the fan base can mitigate controversy. Fans respect when studios acknowledge concerns and communicate intentions clearly. Silence or perceived disregard can lead to mistrust. By fostering an environment where feedback is heard and addressed, studios reinforce loyalty and demonstrate that they value the audience's emotional investment, creating a more resilient relationship between the franchise and its global following. Finally, studios must recognize that iconic franchises like Harry Potter transcend media. They become cultural touchstones. Fans develop deep emotional bonds, often spanning decades. This means that every decision, from narrative direction to merchandise, carries weight. Understanding the gravity of this responsibility ensures that studios approach expansions and adaptations thoughtfully. The franchise's continued relevance depends on balancing creative freedom with respect for the established universe, honoring both the fans' expectations and the storytelling legacy that made the property iconic in the first place. In conclusion, the Harry Potter franchise offers timeless lessons for studios around the world. Listening to fans, maintaining narrative consistency, balancing nostalgia with innovation, and fostering community engagement are not just strategies, they are imperatives for long-term success. Missteps may generate headlines, but careful attention to storytelling, casting, timing, and audience connection ensures that beloved franchises endure. For any studio, understanding what makes fans passionate and honoring that passion is the ultimate path to creating content that resonates, excites, and remains relevant for generations to come.